Says we're live. Are we live?
I think we are live.
We are.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. I'm Dr. Cyndi Burnett, Creativity and Education Specialist.
And I'm Barney Saltzberg, children's book author, illustrator, and songwriter.
And today we're going live because tomorrow we officially go live at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time for our first day of creativity challenges led by some creativity experts around the world. So a new expert each day will be coming in at noon, and we will be live just like this. So we won't be able to edit what we're doing, which is a little bit frightening. And we're celebrating this week World Creativity and Innovation Week and Day. So if you haven't seen the website, please go to it. It's 𝐤𝐤𝐤.org. That's World Creativity and Innovation Week. So Barney, last year, or maybe even 2 years ago on Creativity, we did a YouTube video about 10 tips we would give people to live a creative life. And so if you haven't seen that video, please go and check out the link. But today we're going to talk a little bit in preparation for this week. What do we do to live a creative life in the pandemic? So we would love to see your comments below, and we would love for you to share with us what you have been doing to live a creative life in this pandemic. So Barney, would you like to start us off with something?
Yeah, well, we're assuming people have been able to live a creative life during the pandemic.
That's true.
I think I'm not sure how I would have survived without it. We were talking about this yesterday, and I mean, one of the luxuries for me is I'm older and my kids are on their own. I'm always in awe of people who are trying to exist during this time with raising children and work and all the things that go with it. So I've had more time to be creative and to also be a little nervous about things. But a year ago, I was given a gift. I'm a guitar player, but I was given a mandola, which is related to the mandolin. It's a larger body and tuned to fifth lower. And I had no idea how to play it. And I took it upon myself, not really thinking about it other than I was interested in and loved the sound, but that I was going to teach myself how to play it. So at night, a lot of times, especially after my wife's gone to sleep, I will sit in the living room and play. I found as much as I'm not playing anywhere near the level that I want to be playing, there was something really meditative about playing this instrument in the dark and at night. Not that there were some lights on. And I think I wish I had a recording of what I sounded like a year ago, but a year in now, I think I've definitely gotten way more familiar with the neck and been able to play some songs, and I didn't really expect that to happen. Didn't plan on it. It just sort of naturally happened by being given this instrument. I've also been writing a lot and drawing a lot, which is what I do anyway, but I've just had more time to do it because there's less distractions. And you? It's a long answer.
Well, we have a lot of constraints right now, obviously, and our family has been mostly together for the last year. So I have two children, as you know, Barney, 11 and almost 13 this week. Wow. And I think that it's really interesting that with all these constraints of, well, we can't go and play Lasertron, or we can't go to a bounce place, or we can't go visit friends and things, has really challenged us to do creative things. So we have gone through lots of different phases in this house. And, in the beginning, we had a badminton set up in our living room. So we would play evening badminton, and we would find games to play. And even the games that we play, we would change the rules. So in Monopoly, you can build houses. You don't have to have everything to build houses. You can just build houses on what you have, and trying different ways to play games. But what's really interesting is because of all the constraints, it really forced my own creativity to go in different directions, so that, as you know, when we came to see you last January, we did not want to get a dog. And my daughter fell in love with your dogs. And then we came home and I said, there's no way we would ever get a dog. And then, being in the pandemic, thinking about having an extra little furry friend around seemed more appealing. And we ended up getting a dog, as you know, Riggy. And he's been sort of the central part of our family. So it's challenged us to think in different ways and to be more open to things that we wouldn't have been open to before. Another example is we have walked almost every single day, and we live in Buffalo. So we have weather of absolute blizzards, monsoons, we have heat waves, windstorms, you name it. We pretty much have it here in Buffalo.
Walk always? Wow.
We walk in all of it. I'm sure our neighbors think we're crazy, but I would normally go, oh, it's cold out, I'm not going to go for a walk. And now it's like, oh, it's 30 degrees. Of course we're going for a walk today. It's gorgeous out, And so it's really challenged my own thinking in terms of the constraints that we create for ourselves and how to create different things for ourselves when we have those constraints. And so in many ways, it's been joyful in trying to recreate a different kind of life. And a lot of it, I actually embrace, I love walking now. And it's sort of like our time to talk to one another and to touch base and see how everyone's feeling.
And that was born in the pandemic.
Yes. So, we would never go for walks. I mean, maybe once in a while, maybe once the whole summer we'd go for a walk, but every day.
That's
when
fantastic.
the pandemic hit, I said, I need to walk.
I was thinking, I forgot about it. We had our anniversary during the pandemic, which it's been a year. And we had originally had tickets to go see Lady Gaga in Las Vegas. And they were the most expensive tickets I ever got. And so I wasn't terribly upset when the money came back because the show was canceled. But then we had our anniversary. So what do you do when that's your vision of what to happen? So we decided to recreate Las Vegas in our living room. And so we got really dressed up, like the clothes I hadn't worn all year, because why? And not that we're not big drinkers, but somehow it seemed like people would want to have like something to toast the day. And I thought, so I looked up a recipe for a martini, which seemed like we should have those. And then I thought, well, we really want to take a picture being in Vegas. So I went online and I found a picture that felt like Las Vegas-y to me. It is Las Vegas, but I don't remember what the image was. And I blew it up on the TV set. And then I took a picture of us in front of the TV with that in the background and cropped it so it looks like we were in Las Vegas. And then I went onto YouTube and found a bunch of Lady Gaga concerts, and we just sat in the living room and pretended. And it was, not what we had imagined, but it was still kind of really special given the constraints we had, and we made it work.
That's so lovely. And I'll tell you, I don't want to make you feel bad, but I did see Lady Gaga in concert and she is really phenomenal.
Yeah, well, the YouTube videos were pretty great too. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Best concert I've ever been to was definitely.
I bet mine was cheaper.
So we would love to hear from you. What are some creative things you've been doing in your life during this pandemic? Please put it in the comments below. And we hope that you will join us every day for the next week at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a different creativity expert from around the world to share a creative thinking challenge. So bring your pens, bring your paper, and let's get started.
Yeah, watch us sweat, because we have no idea what we're going to be doing with these people. So we're all going to be learning at the same time. So you can do it along with us.
So thanks so much for joining us live, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Figure out how to turn it off.